Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW, Resident Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 123. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Gold in the building, bro. What's good?
Man, other than the dogs barking, man, nothing. Everything's good, man. It's the Friday night block party, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy King Too Cold, man, will be the host of the festivities tonight, man. Other than that, man, I am on vacation. I got that Terramon Neho sitting right here next to me, kicking things off right, man. So, hey, man, let's kick this thing off right, man, because we got a good match to start the show.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we got a nice little good match, a little 6-man tag, man. We got the Brawling Brutes coming out to face that newly returned Imperium. As those six went out and just gave us they kind of finished off what happened Saturday and it transitioned to now. But not a pretty good match. Walter and Sheamus, they didn't do too much, but they did enough, to kind of, still keep that story going. But other than that, man, Imperium picked up the win. Bro, what'd you think of the match?
Well, first off, before I start, Mom, what's going on?
Mama, what up?
Leo was good Friday night.
Leo, what's good, baby? What's good?
You know the vibes. But yo, going back to Imperium and who else we had? The Brawling Brutes. Yo, 30 minutes of hard hitting action, and I liked it. I like this because Sheamus and Gunther, man, they made us wait. Every time they got into the ring, or every time Sheamus got into the ring, Gunther would lead the ring. And then eventually it got to a point where the crowd just couldn't take no more. Too cold. They couldn't take no more. They started the "We want Sheamus." You know what I'm saying? And finally, when Sheamus got in the ring, man, he let the things fly. I feel bad for my boy Ludwig Kaiser because I've never seen nobody take 20 plus chops that fast in my life. Sheamus was tearing that ass up. But then we got Sheamus and Gunther, Walter, finally in the ring, and bruh, it was magical. And you know what this tells me, Too Cold? I'm gonna tell you what it tells me, Too Cold. This means we are going to get a rematch between Gunther and Sheamus for the IC Championship, and it only makes sense that it happens at Extreme Rules. Now, my thing is this: I don't know what
in an Extreme Rules match. You're gonna give me Sheamus versus Walter in Extreme, because I'm not calling that other name. You're gonna give me those two for an Intercontinental Championship match. With it being an Extreme Rules match, hell yeah, I'm gonna take that. You ain't got no offer me.
But here's my thing though. Here's the only thing. I don't know what your plans are for Gunther, Walter, whatever, for the IC title, because to me, I don't think it hurts him at all. I think right now, if he lost it, I think Sheamus would be the perfect guy to lose it too. And I also think that that Sheamus winning this will be perfect because they keep hyping it up. This is the only title he hasn't won. So I feel like it's one of them things where, Sheamus can end up winning and then you can end up putting it back on Gunther, whatever, down the line. But I don't think Sheamus needs to lose twice. That's just my personal opinion.
I'm sure it'll build something towards the bloodline, because eventually they're gonna want the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
So it's all about who gets it. And right now with Sikoa being the new addition to the bloodline, we can definitely see that happening. It's all about when we'll see that happen. So, all right. Sikoa look like he's trying to get one over on Drew. Man, let's keep this thing off so we can catch up, man. And then, of course, we got the Bloodline promo coming up after this, man. And they introduce Sikoa. But, of course, Jay and Sammy still at odds. But, then Drew came out and he tried to get his one-ups, but Sammy took the chair shot. And, of course, man, Fro, what's good with you, bro? And then, of course, Sammy took the chair shot and instead of Sikoa. And then, of course, Drew told Sikoa he wanted him tonight, and that's what we're watching right now. We're watching that main event. Then, of course, man, after that, we got Aaliyah and Raquel defending their tag team championships against Toxic Attraction, which they ended up winning. And then we got a fatal 5-way #1 contendership match for the SmackDown Women's title. We got Xia Li, Ronda Rousey, Lacey Evans, who's now apparently heel, Natalya, and Sonya Deville as we got the Street Profits coming out right now, beating on
Throwing
the
them
tag
hands,
team champion, throwing
haymakers.
them hands, throwing. They want all the smoke.
Hell
And
yeah.
we got Sammy still out there. Ronda Rousey picked up the victory. She'll be facing Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. After that, we got a little promo of Ronda and Shayna kind of teasing a team up. What do you think of that, man?
You
Oh,
know what?
I agree with you, Leo. She does. That's why I don't really care much for her.
You know what, man? We said this already. We said, a couple weeks ago, we would love to see Shayna and Ronda. And come on, we know they cool in real life and everything like that. And they both come from the UFC world, so this only makes sense. You mean to tell me that Shayna Baszler gonna become a tag team champion with Ronda Rousey? Hell yeah! My thing is, I would like to see Ronda team up with Shayna. You can do the whole solo thing. You've done that, been there, done that. But I think Shayna, with her being so much more polished in the ring as compared to Ronda, but Ronda being the bigger name, I feel like, man, you already got the relationship, you already got the storyline there. It only made sense. So I was very happy to see this.
Yeah. Me too. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing Ronda and Shayna tearing it up in WWE as a tag team. I think that'd make both better for both of them moving forward, especially a heel tag team. I definitely think that'll boost both up moving forward. As we got Karrion Cross putting that choke to Drew McIntyre right now.
Hey, dude, I
Take
thought my
top.
damn TV was fucking up, but then I realized it's a filter for carrying across.
Yeah, man. From Karrion Cross. Yeah, he putting it
I'm
on
not
that
gonna
boy.
lie, I like this. I like this. You got
I
you
like
got
it
the
too.
carrying cross filter, then you got it cross choking out Drew, and then the TV just go out. I like that. I like that. Nice touch.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that too. Man, after that, man, we got the maximum male models getting their ass whooped by the Street Profits and Hit Row. Then of course the Alpha Academy got beat down by Braun Strowman. Drew McIntyre cut his promo. Of course, we had the Bloodline promo where basically, man, again, Jay is just giving Sammy the business, man. He don't really give a shit for him. He don't really care for them to be talking to his brother, which led to the match that we got, which was a pretty good match. I must say I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. We got to see Sikoa, handle himself against somebody like Drew, even though he had his brothers and Sammy out there to help him for distraction purposes. Uh, Match was looking good, but of course, as we seen, we got Karrion Cross coming out, putting that boy Drew in a rear naked choke, and just letting him know his time is up. He had his opportunity. He allowed him to have his opportunity. He failed, and now time is up. TikTok. TikTok. Bro, thoughts on the main event?
I know. I mean, first of all, Solo Sikoa already coming up to the main roster, and you main event. You the real main event, Oos. Uh, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Your first main roster match. You in the main event, then you up against Drew McIntyre, which before Cross came out and choked his ass out was a pretty good match. So now I'm curious to how the Solo Sikoa, Jay Uso, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, Karrion Cross. I'm trying to figure out how this is all going to play out because you got so many moving pieces, so many moving
Right.
parts. And you can really go in a lot of different directions right now. So I'm curious. But Tuco, before we get off of here and we head over to AEW, Fro got a question for you, man. He says, are you okay with Butch keeping that name but performing more like Pete Dunne? Same question goes for Gunther/Walter.
No, that's why I don't call him Butch. I call him Pete Dunne, and that's why I don't call Walter the other name. I call him Walter still. I still call them Pete Dunne and Walter because that's who they are. That's where I know them from. They've built too much of a name off of those names. They built too much of a reputation off of those names. So I have no problem. I don't. I have a problem with the names. I wish they would change them. But I know what their names are. I'll still call them what I call them. But yeah, it says, what do you guys think about them going on commercial break right when Sheamus and Walter were about to fight? That's to keep the suspense. I mean, we already got that. We already got the fight of Sheamus and Walter for the pay-per-view. We got to see we got to see them beat the holy shit out of each other. Obviously, man, they don't, they want to tease enough. That was more of a tease purpose. You're like, oh my God, they're fighting, and then then it went to commercial, man, just to keep you intrigued when coming back in. Sammy going to turn on the Usos. No, I believe they're going to turn on him when they're ready to take the Intercontinental Championship. And then, of course, that will lead, I think, to Sammy and Kevin Owens, which I think needs to happen as a tag team. They need to go after the Usos and fight them for the tag team championships. So I would like to see that happen as far as that aspect. But as far as the namesake, I prefer the original names. And as far as the commercial break, I didn't mind it. Like I said, man, we they gave us I won't say that they gave us Walter and Sheamus. I mean, for what 20-25 minutes? Like that commercial break was nothing. I didn't even see it as nothing. I saw it as the typical WWE Smackdown commercial break. You know,
Right.
It's what they do. So I didn't take nothing much from it. But other than that, man, we got Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin going at it once again, and it is time to sit down and watch this. So, bro, with that being said, man, that is our SmackDown review. Man, you know, one half of the block party is done. We're gonna be back in a few to give you that Rampage review. And then other than that, ladies and gentlemen, man, enjoy your night, man. It's the last few good warm nights of the summer before we hit that fall and winter. So especially for us in Cleveland. So cheers to y'all. Stay warm, stay thirsty, and stay out the way. And you stay out my show. Damn dogs. Go ahead, man.
All right, man. Y'all heard it, man. We'll see y'all in the few for AEW, and that's our cue to get to step.